Yes, sir. Yep, yep. Couldn't make it up. Couldn't make it up even if I tried. All right, look at this shit. Look at this. Would you look at this? I can't see how any parent would allow this to happen. This is a picture that D Wade posted. This nigga got a scrunchie on. Yo, man. Like, that's crazy. That's crazy. Masculinity is being attacked. Masculinity is being attacked. All right. That nigga gonna grow up and be the next Billy Porter. Okay. Rocking dresses at the goddamn Met Gala. Rocking skirts and shit at the motherfucking BET Awards. This is what we're preparing our future for. I wonder what black people think their population rates are going to be in the future. I wonder if we even give a fuck. I wonder. I wonder. Do we not care about our population rates? Not even that. Do we not care about our own families? I mean, these are our families. These are our families, man. I can't stand to see no shit like that. I can't stand to see our youth being influenced to be a part of this LGBT movement. It's ridiculous, man. For real, for real. This is what I call buck breaking. They used to buck break slaves. Slave master would take a slave, basically the strongest and most capable of all the slaves, the male slaves, and in front of the females and other male slaves, he would bound the slave. He would bound him, to the ground or to a tree. He would bound them with rope, tie them up so that they couldn't do anything, and they would sodomize the men. The slave owners would sodomize the men to break the slave, to show who the dominant force is. And there's a process called buck breaking. This is how they broke slaves. This is how they got a lot of slaves to just say, fuck it, we gonna do the work. Because I for damn sure am not gonna get fucked in the ass. You dig? And I was joking about that earlier. And I didn't even really think about it. I was joking about it earlier. I was like, you know what we should have? We should make it a policy for anybody or law enforcement that kills unarmed, innocent black people, we should have them get raped. I bet you that shit will stop real quick, less than 24 hours. Now that I think about it, shit, that's buck breaking. And that's how they got us to, maintain being slaves. Wow, this nigga just said, "You are not his maker. Leave these black boys and their active fathers to decide how to go about their life as family. Girl is the gay equivalent of nigga." What? You don't need children, bro. The fact you think his life is worthless than yours because he likes some dick is crazy. I never said that one goddamn time. I never said that once. And this is crazy. This is how these gay people do. They throw out straw man arguments. Not once did I ever say that, you know, D Wade's son's life is worthless because he's gay. I'm just saying that for D Wade to promote his son like that on social media is very irresponsible. It's very irresponsible. We know the influence that D Wade has. We know the influence that he has. And for him to sit there and promote his son like that when it is such a controversial issue, like for parents don't want their children to be thinking about any sex at all, let alone homosexuality. So it doesn't make sense to, like, for instance, my mother wouldn't let me fucking hang out with a girl, whatever, knowing I'm a heterosexual, of course. She wouldn't let me hang out with a girl and be in the same room with her and have the door closed. You know what I'm saying? Because you don't want me to have sex. You know, she don't want me getting into that shit. You dig? And then another thing is you have to be concerned about is shit. If young people are having sex, we have to know whether or not they're having protective sex or unprotected sex. You dig? So it's not just about, them being gay. It's about sex, period. You know what I'm saying? We have to educate our children about what sex is, what sex is for. You know what I'm saying? We have to understand what sex is for. Sex is for procreation. If a motherfucker don't believe that, then tell somebody to have sex and don't pull out and see what happens. Tell somebody to have sex with somebody, heterosex, and don't pull out and see what the fuck happens. Most of the time when you do that, you're going to produce a baby. So sex is for and intended for procreation. That's what it's fucking for. You know what I'm saying? Anything else pertaining to sex without procreation, that has to do with straight pleasure and lust. That doesn't have to do with love. It doesn't have to do with family. It don't have to do with none of that shit. And to expose your children to homosexuality at an age where they're not even supposed to be having sex, they're irresponsible as a parent. Period. You know what I'm saying? So I made this video to be clear about my views on, first off, not just homosexuality, but about how we address homosexuality pertaining our children. So we don't fuck with homosexuality and children. No. We don't do that. You know what I'm saying? And By allowing your children to be involved with people in the LGBT community, you're opening the door for pedophilia. You're opening the door for pedophilia. So who are you allowing in the room with your children to teach about homosexuality? Understand, there was a story that came out not too long ago, and there's a story that came out not too long ago, and I reported on this earlier, but this story right here, hold on. Now dig this. Houston Library in this city. Houston Library features convicted child molester reading trans books to children. You see? You see? So these are transgenders reading to children. All right? But check this out. It says the Houston Public Library has apologized for featuring a convicted child molester last fall during its Drag Queen Storytime series. It has not, however, announced it will end the program that featured the male sex offender dressed up as a woman reading LGBT books to children as young as babies. And what the fuck you gotta read? What the fuck do you have to expose babies to homosexuality for? See, that's my quarrel with the LGBT community. Why do you have to drag children into this? A media spokesperson for the library confirmed one of the program's drag queens, Tatiana Malanina, that you know that's a fucking made up ass name, is Alberto Garza, a 32-year-old child sex offender man. They forgot to mention man. Drag queen, this is a man. Alberto Garza, a 32-year-old man, child sex offender. Okay? In 2008, he was convicted of assaulting an 8-year-old boy. State records say the 200-pound, 5'11" man was convicted of aggravated sexual assault of a child, is at a moderate risk for re-offending, and must report his whereabouts to police annually for the rest of his life. Garza's YouTube channel showed he was in the process of transgendering himself, according to Rod Dreher. Drag Queen Storytime is spreading to libraries across the country, mostly, but not exclusively in deeply democratic locales. It even has a national PR webpage featuring an image of a scared toddler. My bad. Image of a scared toddler staring at a man dressed up in drag while the child's mother encourages the child to get over the apprehension. Oh, this is a white mother too. Of course. The child's scared. She's looking like, motherfucker, you don't even look like a woman. The child's looking scared like, what the fuck? And the mother's like, don't be scared, Johnny. It's okay. Don't be scared. Fuck out of here, man. Lo and behold, this person may or may not be a fucking pedophile. You dig? Because you have to ask yourself, for somebody who's a grown individual, what would make a grown individual want to dress up as the opposite sex and read to children? Who are you trying to impress? I mean, these people put on makeup. These people put on pantyhose. These people put on bras. These people put on dresses. They get high heels and the whole fucking nine. So who the fuck are you trying to impress at the library reading to some children? The fuck is you putting makeup on for? Look at these people wearing makeup. Look at this shit. What the fuck you wearing makeup for? What the fuck you got your hair done and all this shit for? You wearing a blouse? Get the fuck out of here. Look at this shit. Look at this motherfucker wearing makeup. All this makeup caking up this motherfucker face. Look at that. Look at that shit. And what the hell is up with this dude's hands? What the hell? Y'all see this shit? Hold on. Let me zoom in. Y'all see this dude hands? What the fuck? This dude been playing in Bussy all day or what? Look at this motherfucker hands. Y'all niggas is crazy. Y'all crazy, man. And then I come back to this shit. My thing is this: where are the strong black women at? See, women let this shit slide, and that's the fucking problem. That's a goddamn problem. I don't know why women let this shit slide, and women be on the front lines of this LGBT shit. Talking about yes, bitch, yes. Like, no. And then you want to complain that there ain't no good men. Well, of course, motherfucker, you enabling motherfuckers to not fuck with you. Talking about some yes, bitch. Get the fuck out of here. Y'all women are some enabling ass niggas. Y'all need to quit that shit. Okay? These transgenders don't give a fuck about y'all. They try to replace y'all. So you black women, y'all got to step the fuck up. And I don't mean step up like Malik Yoba. Y'all need to step the fuck up. And y'all need to quit allowing your children to be influenced by these, homosexual males. Flat out, man. Y'all gonna have to nip that shit in the bud, man. It's gonna have to start with you black women out there. And y'all can't be demonizing masculinity. You can't demonize the very thing that you absolutely need. You need that masculine energy. Why? Because we dealing with white supremacy. We need all that we can get. We need the masculine, we need pure masculine and feminine energy for the fight against white supremacy. We don't need to be confused. You know what I'm saying? Because we need to have strong families. In order to have strong families, we need to understand what it means to be a male, what it means to be masculine, what it means to be feminine as a female. We have to understand what that means so that we can build families. We can't build families with confusion. And the LGBT movement is based off confusion. They can't even agree amongst themselves on the agenda that they really want to go with, because they got so many terms that muddy the waters. They muddy the waters. That's why you have Malik Yoba and the nigga from The Root fighting. And both of them niggas are the same nigga. They both like transgender males. One of them admits that one of them, I think, is out of the closet, and the other one ain't out of the closet. But they the same nigga and they like the same type of men. Do you see what I'm saying? So the LGBT community themselves, they're confused. They want you to believe that science don't exist. Matter of fact, they try to create whole new sciences for your ass, trying to make it seem as if there's a gay gene, but there's no gay gene. They just made that shit up. There ain't no gay gene. There's no gene that makes you gay, because genetics are passed down. And if everybody is a product of heterosexuality naturally, then obviously there was no gay gene that was passed down, because your parents were heterosexuals. So you'd have to ask yourselves, and shit, and you're basically saying that gay genes live in all people, including heterosexuals, and that they can lie dormant in everybody until activated. But activated by what? See? See? You can't prove that there's a gay gene. There is no gay gene. All right, science is proving there is no gay gene. So you can't get it naturally. So obviously the influence, the social influences are making our children question their sexuality. So this is exactly why you need to teach your children early as possible what it means to be who they are. If you have a daughter, you have to let them know, yes, you're a girl. You will grow up to be a woman one day. You feel me? You will grow up to be a woman one day. Maybe your child wants to have a family when they grow up. If they want to have families when they fucking grow up, you definitely don't expose them to homosexuality. Period. This is about building fucking families. Homosexuality has no place when it comes to building families. Period. But that's all I got to say about this shit. Let me know what y'all think about this video. Like, comment, share this video if you feel it's informational, if you feel it's educational, if you feel this is beneficial to you and your people. Share this video, man. We need the word to get out. We need the word to spread. And we can't allow these people to confuse our youth like that, man. We can't allow them to promote and push this agenda on our children. We can't allow them to do that. We have to be unapologetically heterosexual. For real. Just as you can be unapologetically black, you need to be unapologetically heterosexual. Meaning that not only you're about black, not only are you about black society, but you're about building black families. Period. You need to be unapologetic about that shit. Don't let these people, shame you because you're not getting down with the whole LGBT movement. But the whole LGBT movement is racist to begin with. Period. The whole LGBT movement is fucking racist to begin with. Because they piggyback off of the civil rights movement in which black people don't even get the benefit from our civil rights movement, which we fought hard to get passed. We fought hard to get civil rights passed for black people to protect us. So our government will protect us. But even those rights don't protect us. And then you have the LGBT community come along, going to piggyback off the civil rights movement so that they can get special benefits and set asides for them so that they can be federally protected by the government. So they don't give a fuck about black people. If they did give a fuck about black people, they would make sure black people get what they deserve first before they advocate for something off of the backs of black society. But that's all I got to say, man. Like I said, man. Don't let these people shame you for being who you are. Don't let these people shame you for being unapologetically black and unapologetically heterosexual. Okay? 100.